Okay, welcome in. We are now going to be reviewing all the games from Thursday's action of the NHL. There were a total of 9 games, therefore 18 teams were attempting to get 2 points, respectively. Starting in as the Tampa Bay Lightning were continuing their road trip, taking on the Montreal Canadiens. So in the first, Joel Armia would kick things off for the Habs, getting his 15th goal of the year from Gallagher and Newhook, 2 minutes and 37 seconds into that frame. Nicholas Paul would tie the game up, getting his
21st goal
from
Braden Point and Kucherov.
A power play goal, 9 minutes and 45 seconds in that same frame. Michael Esimot, I believe is how you pronounce his name, would get his
11th goal
from
Moto and Dumba.
And that goal happened with 3 minutes and 34 seconds to go on the clock. So the Lightning had a 2-1 lead heading into the second period. Joel Armia would strike again, getting his second goal of the game. That would be his
16th goal
from
Newhook and Gallagher.
An even strength goal with 4 minutes and 42 seconds of the frame, tying the game up at 2. Steven Stamkos would give the Lightning a 3-2 lead, getting his 33rd goal of the year from Cirelli and Christian Tahan, 7 minutes and 58 seconds into the frame. Nicholas Paul would get his
22nd goal
from Esimot, 9 minutes and 12 seconds into the frame, increase in lead to 4-2.
Braden Hagel
would get his
24th goal
from
Radish and Cirelli.
Yep, and 6 minutes and 42 seconds remaining on the clock, increase in lead to 5-2, and then
Nikita Kucherov
would get his
43rd goal
from
Braden Point and Stamkos.
And that was a power play goal with 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go on the clock. The Lightning had a 6-2 lead heading into the third period. In the third,
Jaroslav
will get his 16th goal of the year from Xhekaj and Matheson, 8 minutes and 40 seconds of the third period, cutting the deficit in half to 6-3.
Cole Caulfield
would get his
22nd goal
from
Suzuki and Slavkovsky.
And that goal happened with 8 minutes and 9 seconds to go, making it 6-4. And then
Steven Stamkos
would get his
34th goal
from
Kucherov.
An empty net goal with 54 seconds to go on the clock. So the Lightning would prevail. 7-4 would be the final score. With that, they are 43, 26, and 7. They still have the number 1 wildcard spot as we speak. And as for the Montreal Canadiens, 29, 34, and 12 is where they stand at the end of this matchup.
Next is
Oh,
Boston Bruins and Carolina Hurricanes.
that's nice. Don't fall asleep now. We still got 8 more games to go. Okay. How did this one go? Okay, so in the first,
Brad Marchand
would get his
28th goal
from
Geeky and
Coyle.
2
minutes, 12 seconds of the opening frame. David Pastrnak would get his
47th goal
from
Saka and
Heinen. And that goal happened 7 minutes and 42 seconds of the frame, making it 2-0 in favor of the Bruins.
Denton
Heinen,
would get his 16th goal from Pastrnak and Saka.
And that goal happened with 9 minutes and 14 seconds to go on the clock. After 20 minutes play, the Bruins had a 3-0 lead. And the second,
Jake Gensel
would get his
25th goal
from
Noesen
and Shea. And that goal happened with 4 minutes and 48 seconds to go on the clock. A power play goal to note, cutting the deficit 3-1. In the third period,
Hampus Lindholm
would get his
3rd goal
with 2 minutes and 11 seconds to go on the clock. A empty netter, making it 4-1 in favor of the Bruins. So with the victory, they are 45, 17, and 15. They are still sitting first in the Atlantic Division. And after the loss, the Hurricanes are still 47, 22, and 7. They are still in second place in the Metropolitan. Alrighty, what's next? In no way is it the Islanders taking on the Columbus Blue Jackets, is it?
Oh, whoa, I didn't know that.
Is it possible that could be it? Okay, so in the first, Pierre Engvall would kick things off, getting his 9th goal year from Pollock and Palmieri, a power play goal, 7 minutes and 53 seconds in the opening frame. Can you say this name?
Dmitry Vorkuchov?
Dmitry Voronikov.
Dmitry Voronikov.
Who gets his 18th goal of the year from Marchenko and Texier. 9 minutes and 45 seconds in that frame, tying the game up at 1, a power play goal to note. Horvat would get his
32nd goal
from
Barzal and Romanov.
And that goal happened with 6 minutes and 12 seconds to go on the clock, giving the Islanders a 2-1 lead. Try saying this name.
Kirill
Marchenko, yeah, would get his
21st
from
Wierenski and Cylinder.
Yeah, exactly. And that will happen with 2 minutes and 38 seconds to go on the clock, tying the game up at 2. In the third,
Noah Dobson.
we get his
9th goal.
from
Barzal and Romanov.
3 minutes and 21 seconds in the third period. And then
Kyle Palmieri
we
get his 25th goal.
Exactly, with just 38 seconds to go on the clock, making it 4-2, an empty net goal as well. So with that, the Islanders are sitting at 34, 27, and 15. They have now moved into third place in the Metropolitan Division. I remember seeing like a month or so ago, it looked like this team was out of it, but they're really starting to get their ish together, and they could easily be a playoff contender. They are 34, 27, and 15, and the Blue Jackets, after the loss, are 25, 39, and 12. Alrighty, what's next?
Florida and Ottawa.
Definitely not the Panthers and Senators.
I said that.
It's definitely not the Panthers and Senators, right?
I said that.
What?
I said that.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Are there a lot of goals in this one?
Probably.
Probably?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. From one team. In the first,
Nick Cousins.
we get his
6th goal.
from
Matthew Tkachuk and Bennett.
1 minute and 2 seconds into the opening frame. Imagine the puck just drops. A minute after that, someone scores. Dmitry Kulikov would.
Get his first goal.
Of the season, yeah. From
Lustrainen
and Rodriguez. Yeah, and that goal happened just 35 seconds after Cousins scored. So the 2 quick goals by the Panthers gave them an early 2-0 lead heading into the second period. Yeah, I already said it.
Anton Lundell
Would get his
11th goal from Lustrainen and Cousins.
2 minutes and 35 seconds in the second period.
Sam Bennett will get his 19th goal from Matthew Tkachuk and Nahara.
4 minutes and 19 seconds of that same frame. And then
Sam Reinhart
would get his
53rd goal from Barkov and Tarasenko.
Yeah, and that goal happened with 2 minutes and 4 seconds to go on the clock. There was no... Oh, I apologize. There was more scoring in the third period as...
Matthew Tkachuk
would get his
24th goal
from
Barkov and Reinhart.
And 3 minutes and 54 seconds of that third period make it 6-0 in favor of the Panthers. And that's where we'd stand at the end of regulation. A power play goal to note, I apologize. So with the victory, the Panthers are 48, 24, and 5. They are still sitting second in the Atlantic Division. After the loss, the Ottawa Senators are 33, 38, and 4. Alrighty. The next matchup, I believe, took place in Washington.
And they took up the Pittsburgh Penguins.
On the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Yeah, please help.
Okay. Moving the table. So in the first, Ryan Shea would get his first goal of the season from Smith and Eller, 1 minute and 49 seconds into that frame. Pierre-Oliver Joseph would get his second goal of the season from Letang and O'Connor, and that goal happened with 8 minutes and 57 seconds to go in the frame. After 20 minutes of play, the Penguins had a 2-0 lead. In the second period, Bunting would get his 17th goal of the year from Pustinen and Erik Karlsson, 9 minutes and 8 seconds of that second period. In the third period, Ovechkin would finally get the Washington Capitals on the goal score sheet, getting his 27th goal of the year from Milano and Lapierre, a power play goal to note. And then Lars Eller would get an empty net goal with 2 minutes and 37 seconds to go. For Eller, that would be his 15th goal of the season from Smith and Letang. So the Penguins would prevail 4-1 in this matchup. With the victory...
You could use the cat as a blocker.
Maybe. So with the victory, the Penguins are now 35, 30, and 11. They're slowly creeping back into a playoff position. As for the Washington Capitals, they're 36, 29, and 10. They're kind of right there with the Penguins. They're not in a position right now, but they certainly are close. Okay. You got to go. Sorry. All right.
When she went to smoke the camera.
What's the next matchup?
Colorado and Minnesota.
Okay, I'm missing something.
What are you missing?
This. There we go. So Colorado was the away team? That's nice. Minnesota was the home team? Huh?
Bleh.
Oh, I wonder how this one went.
You clicked on Montreal.
Almost. Oh, okay. So in the first period, Arturi Lehkonen would get his 14th goal of the year from Jack Johnson and Middlestat, 4 minutes and 34 seconds of that opening frame. Vinny Lettieri would tie the game up at 1, getting his 5th goal of the year from Shaw and Lucchini, 8 minutes and 5 seconds of that same frame. Jonathan Drouin would strike, getting his 16th goal of the year from Makar and McKinnon, and that goal happened with 7 minutes and 32 seconds to go in the period. A power play goal to note. So after 20 minutes of play, the Avalanche had a 2-1 lead. In the second period, Jonathan Drouin would strike again, getting his second goal of the game, his 17th of the season from McKinnon and Taves, just 43 seconds into that middle frame. Declan Chisholm would cut the deficit to 3-2. For Chisholm, that'd be his second goal of the season, assisted by Kaprizov and Zuccarello. A power play goal with 9 minutes and 50 seconds to go on the clock. So heading into the third period, the Avalanche had a 3-2 lead. Nathan McKinnon would increase the lead to 4-2, 6 minutes and 32 seconds into that frame, getting his 48th goal of the year from Jonathan Drouin. And then Mikko Rantanen would get an empty net goal with a minute and 28 seconds to go. For Rantanen, that's his 40th goal of the season, making it 5-2. So the Avalanche are sitting at 48, 22, and 6. They are still sitting second in that Central Division, while the Minnesota Wild are 36, 30, and 9. How do you go back on this? What are you doing? Leave the cat alone. I got like 3 more games to cover.
Okay, can you pass me my phone? Hello, I'm up front now.
So the next matchup took place in Nashville, where we had the
Blues
Predators
and the Blues.
and the Blues. Okay.
I'm not okay.
All right. So this is a high-scoring affair, to say the least. In the first period, Roman Josi would kick things off, getting his 20th goal of the season from O'Reilly and Forsberg, just 31 seconds into the opening frame. Brandon Saad would tie the game up 7 minutes and 27 seconds into that same period, getting his 26th goal of the year, assisted by Rob Thomas. After 20 minutes of play, we're all tied up at 1.
Of the year?
Yep. Philip Forsberg would would give the Predators a 2-1 lead, getting his 42nd goal of the year from Nyquist and Ryan O'Reilly, a minute and 13 seconds into that second period. A power play goal to note.
No, I always question why you always say year.
I don't know.
Year.
I don't know. Maybe if you were sitting up and helping me, and wasn't doing this by myself, maybe I wouldn't have this problem. Anthony Vavillia would increase the lead to 3-1, getting his 5th goal of the year from Nyquist and Evangelista. Just 31 seconds to go in the frame. A power play goal. So after 40 minutes of play, the Predators had a 3-1 lead. In the third period, Michael McCarron will get his
12th goal
from
Sherwood.
4 minutes and 9 seconds into that third period, getting the lead, increasing lead to 4-1. Jake Neighbors would cut the deficit to 4-2, getting his
27th goal
from
Falk and Krug.
6 minutes and 21 seconds into that frame. And then
Jordan Kyrou
would cut the deficit to 4-3, getting his 26th of the year from
Falk and
Bushnevich. A
Bushnevich.
power play goal with 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go on the clock. Philip Forsberg would then get his second goal of the game, his
43rd goal
of the season from Nyquist and McDonough. That goal happened with a minute and 44 seconds to go on the clock, an empty net goal. And then
Mark
Jankowski would get his 7th goal of the season with 37 seconds to go on the clock, increasing the lead to 6-3, their second empty net goal of the game. With the victory, the Nashville Predators are 44, 28, and 4. They are still sitting first in the wildcard position in the Western Conference. As for the St. Louis Blues, 40, 32, and 4 is where they stand at the end of this matchup. Alrighty, 2 more games to go from Thursday's action of the NHL.
Calgary and Winnipeg.
Yeah, if you were just sitting up instead of laying down,
No thanks.
I'd have a little bit more wiggle room here.
No thanks.
Okay. So Winnipeg, I believe, was the host team, and Calgary were the visiting team. Okay.
You were talking about.
Thank you.
I'm talking about the team. Calgary. If they
Out of
can
focus.
see it, Calgary and Winnipeg.
Okay.
Calgary, Winnipeg.
Okay.
Oh, they already saw the score.
That's nice. Very blurry. In the first period, Mackenzie Weegar would kick things off for the Flames, getting a power play goal, his 19th of the season from Huberdeau and Kuzmenko. Gabriel Velarde would tie the game up, getting his 17th goal of the season, assisted by Connor and Morrissey, a power play goal with 7 minutes remaining on the clock.
Ow.
Nikolai Ehlers would give the Jets a 2-1 lead with 5 minutes and 4 seconds to go for Ehlers. That'd be his 23rd goal of the season, assisted by Perfetti. In the second period, can you say this name?
Huh?
Can you say this name?
Danny Moranov.
Would get his.
3rd goal from Uyghur.
And that goal happened with 9 minutes and 26 seconds to go on the clock.
Tyler Foley.
Would give the Jets a 3-2 lead, getting his
31st goal.
from
Namstikov and Ellers.
Yeah, a power play goal with 4 minutes and 25 seconds to go on the clock. So after 40 minutes of play, the Jets had a 3-2 lead. In the third period,
Gabriel Valerdi.
yeah, we get his second goal of the game. His 18th of the year from
Murzi.
and
Young.
yeah, and that goal happened 8 minutes and 44 seconds in the frame, increasing the lead to 4-2. And then
Gabriel Valerdi.
we get a natural hat trick, getting his
19th goal
of the season from
Monahan and Shifley.
yeah, Shifley. And that goal happened with 1 minute and 4 seconds to go on the clock. So the Jets would prevail and empty net goal. Okay, thank you. With that, the Jets are 46-24-6. They have punched their ticket into the postseason. As for the Calgary Flames, 34-36-5 is where they stand at the end of this matchup. Alrighty. Speaking of matchups, the last one took place in
LA and San Jose Sharks.
San Jose was home, correct? What?
Yep.
Okay. Alrighty. Let's take a look at this game. Was it low scoring?
Yep.
Of course it was low scoring. Just 3 goals to report, and your screen just went dark.
Yay! In the first period, Andrea Campi would get his 25th goal.
With 9 minutes and 5 seconds to go on the clock.
Ekel Thomas will get his first goal from Spence and Dubois.
Making it 2-0 in favor of the Kings, and that goal happened with 9 minutes and 47 seconds to go on the clock.
And there was no scoring in the second, so we had to hop to the third. Killen Cosmo get his 8th goal from Gerlund and Eklund.
And that goal happened with 1 minute and 52 seconds to go on the clock, and the Sharks were not able to tie the game up, so 2-1 would be the final score in favor of the Los Angeles Kings. So with the win, they are 40-25-11. They still have the number 2 wildcard spot as we speak. And as for the San Jose Sharks, they're the first team to get to 50 losses. They are 17-50-8. Alrighty, that takes care of our recap from Thursday's action of the NHL. Anything you want to add?
Okay, good.
Huh?
No.
Okay. Well, as always,